Hi. I'm here to talk to you about Bitcoins for Dummies. Bitcoin is a form of digital currency, created and held electronically. No one controls it. It is a form of currency, known as a cryptocurrency, which is similar to the US gold standard currency, but it operates like its own internet. It is the world's first free market and decentralized global currency. Bitcoins can be exchanged for other currencies or goods or services. A software developer called Nakamoto proposed Bitcoin, which was an electronic payment system based on mathematical proof. The idea was to produce a currency independent of any central authority, transferable electronically, more or less instantly with very low transaction fees. Bitcoins are not printed like dollars or euros. They are produced by people and businesses by running computers all around the world using software that solves mathematical problems. This currency is not physically printed by a central bank. Some argue that central banks are unaccountable to the population and can simply produce more money to cover the national debt, thus devaluing their currency. Instead, Bitcoin is created digitally by a community of people anyone can join. You can also join. Bitcoins are mined using computing power in a distributed network. I will explain mining in more detail in the next video. You can send Bitcoin from your computer, tablet, smartphone or other device to anyone anywhere in the world, whether it is day or night. All stock exchanges are open only for a few hours, and that too on working days. Bitcoins do not have any such restrictions. You do not need to submit big documentation and run behind others for approvals. Bitcoin verifies transactions with the same state-of-the-art encryption used in banking, military and government applications. Bitcoin is open source. Nobody owns it. The most popular client is maintained by a community of open source developers. You can also join that. Using the Bitcoin network is free, except for voluntary fee you can use to speed up transaction processing. Bitcoin transactions are not secret. In order to be verified by the network of miners, they need to be published to the network. It is possible for the general public to trace the transfer of Bitcoins from one Bit wallet to another. However, the owner of a particular Bit wallet can be anonymous, providing a degree of anonymity to users. This near anonymity has made Bitcoin attractive to users of underground websites such as Silk Road to purchase illegal drugs. Although Bitcoin is commonly referred to as a cryptocurrency, a scholar refers to it as a system for electronic transactions without relying on trust. The genesis of the invention was a concern that other electronic payments required a trusted intermediary, such as a bank or electronic mint, in order to verify the transaction. Otherwise, electronic payments could be counterfeited or double-spent. Indeed, the word trust appears 14 times in a seminal 9-page paper and the word honest 16 times. The word currency only appears once in the context of a physical currency. Instead of relying on a single trusted intermediary such as a bank or credit card network to transmit and verify the transaction, the Bitcoin system relies upon a large number of miners to verify transactions. In the Bitcoin system, a transaction is publicly announced to the network. The miners effectively vote on the legitimacy of each transaction as part of the mining process by time-stamping each transaction and verifying that no one has double-spent that money before. Bitcoin has attracted quite a bit of media attention, and Bitcoin-related ventures have started to receive venture capital funding. One of the tantalizing possibilities of the system is that it or a similar open architecture payment network may provide a cheaper method for businesses to receive payments than the Visa and MasterCard systems. Overstock.com and few websites already started accepting Bitcoins and states that its processing costs for receiving payments in Bitcoin are lower than for traditional credit cards. In a New York Times blog post, Nobel laureate Paul Krugman declared Bitcoin is evil, citing arguments that Bitcoin is part of a political agenda to damage central banks and the abilities of governments to collect taxes. Although he does not precisely define his usage of the word evil, it appears that he is using it in the common dictionary meaning of profoundly immoral or malevolent. The implication is that the proponents of Bitcoin want to use it as a replacement currency to the fiat money currently issued by central banks. This would eliminate the role of central banks in the world economy, which some proponents think would be a good, not evil, outcome. Furthermore, the near anonymity of Bitcoin transactions can be used to facilitate illegal activities such as narcotics trafficking, terrorism, and tax evasion. Conclusion: clearly, the use of any payment mechanism, whether it be cash, check, wire transfers, or Bitcoin, for malevolent purposes is evil. One could similarly argue that paper currency is evil, given its current status as a payment mechanism for illicit activities. This raises again the old ethical question of how to balance a product's potential for abuse with its benefits. As long as a product has significant potential benefits, then the ethical judgment should be made on the use of the product, not the product itself. For example, painkillers like Oxycontin have a serious potential for abuse, but also important medical uses as well. Thus, Bitcoin itself is not evil, although Bitcoin, like any other payment system, can be used for evil purposes. Hope you found it useful. For more information, please click the link in description.